Hello and welcome to This Week at Gear Report. This is episode 157. 157. That's crazy. Um, so episode 157, 13th of April. That means tomorrow the NRA show, we call it the NRA show, the NRA annual meetings and exposition, whatever they call it. It starts tomorrow in Indianapolis. Most of the people that are usually in our audience are in Indianapolis for that. I should be in Indianapolis, but it did not happen this time. Komar, have you been to the NRA show before?
I have not. I have not.
I
Plenty of
went.
shot shows, but I've never been to the
Yeah, I
NRA
went
show.
to NRA in 2016, and that's the only time I've been. And I actually found it very productive as a gun writer. As firearms media, it was more productive for me than Shot Show any of the years around it. The brands just seem to be ready to make things happen at that point. Where at Shot Show, they're too scatterbrained with everything else going on. And every year, I'm like, you know what? I should probably go back this year. And every year, something comes up that keeps me from going. So there's family stuff this time. But to all the folks that are out there at NRA, have fun there. Be sure to go around and tell everyone we wish we could be there. Flying Rich is out there. Thank you for the 3 O's, the only appropriate greeting for this program. I'm curious if Rich is up there for NRA. I want to say that he said he was not going because I think TJ was looking at maybe catching a ride with Rich or, teaming up to make their way up there to Indy. And I saw a bunch of the folks. We were supposed to be at the Primary Arms Range Day that they had up near Indy today. And man, I've been getting all sorts of emails from Austin and the folks at Primary Arms about that. And clearly, I did not go. I saw Sarge was there today from C4 Defense. Looked like a pretty good range day, but not in the cards for us this time. I'll give a little teaser, a hint and a tip of the hat. Thanks to a little bit of legwork by our friend Komar here. We have restarted some discussions with Defense Distributed where we were working on a review of their Ghost Gunner 2. Actually, it's probably been a couple years ago at this point. Had some issues and sent it back, and then it got sent back to us. And we need to return it and exchange it for a Ghost Gunner 3 so we can wrap that review up, and a whole bunch of projects that have been sitting in the meantime. And that took some positive steps forward this week, so we appreciate your help with that, Komar. Let's see, She Fires is out there, says hello. So thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. So what's happening in your world this week, Komar?
Nothing, nothing terribly exciting. Kids got spring break, so they've been banging around the house, being obnoxious, as they do. But beyond that, not much. I did a coding job on a friend's Smith and Wesson 40 cal, and yeah, so did that. Got that knocked out. Did some laser work on the slide. So nothing terribly exciting, but that's what we're up to.
So you have a laser that will engrave metal. Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes.
I got to have you talk to Alan. He's looking for one at Quarter Horse Arms, so that he can do some engraving. And let's see, Rich. Yes, you want me to send you a link? You can come on and talk about it. That could be good. Let me copy that, and I'll go drop that in an email to Rich just in case.
Yeah, while you do that, the laser I've done aluminum engraving, and I have done both engraving on steel, and I actually ported a window in a steel slide.
Oh wow!
So it'll do all that, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I know there are lots of. Let's see. Sorry. Rich says information from court observers say the trial is going good for Matt. That's good to hear. Love to come on, but sitting with wife. Okay, well that's fine. We don't want to pull you away from your home responsibilities. Happy to hear that things are going well for Matt, though. I saw a post on maybe it was Instagram from him saying actually like if anyone wanted him to swing by on the way back to Wisconsin, um, to let him know so he can make plans for where he's going to stop. So we'll see. I mean, he might be passing through my area. I may have to shoot a note, say, "Hey, if you want to stop by, I'll buy you dinner," that kind of thing. But um, yeah, we shall see. He probably wouldn't respond well to some random person he doesn't know. But Rich, if you talk to him and you want to mention that as an option, feel free at your discretion to make that connection, and I'll take him out to dinner on his way through if he's coming through my area. And if people don't know what he's talking about, that Matt is CRS. Is CRS or CSR? CRS firearm.
CRS.
Yeah. And
Charlie Romeo Sierra.
The ATF has been bending him over and really trying to just ram some charges down his throat that logically, when you look at him, it doesn't really make any sense. It has to do with the auto key card debacle that was going on, and some advertisement that he took a payment for and said something online, in one of his videos. And this is my understanding. Rich got me up to speed on this a couple weeks ago when we were sitting eating. So I can't remember what we were eating. At a party, and he got me up to speed on all of this, but it's a little fuzzy for me. But the short version is it's like the ATF's trying to make an example out of him, even though their case against him looks pretty much made up, fictitious. Like he didn't do anything illegal that I could see, but they're trying to put him under the jail. It's bizarre. It's crazy. And people, Matt's a character. I don't know if everyone loves him or not, but it doesn't matter who he is. What they're doing is wrong, and if people aren't scared by that, and scared by what our own government's doing to one of our citizens, then they man, if you're not scared by that, then I got to wonder about you. So we hope that Matt at CRS comes through that court case as positively as possible, and that they don't completely destroy him financially in the process, or financially, or rob his freedom from him, or anything else. I think my fear is that the folks in positions of power at the ATF or otherwise will get vindictive if they lose the case, and just go after him out of spite, basically, to kind of make a point of, you can't stand up to us. Oh, excuse me.
The thing is, they don't need to win in court to destroy somebody.
Right.
Drag them through the process long enough, and the one side is fully funded by taxpayer money, and the other one is kids' college tuition, right?
Right, and whatever he can collect from other people. And I understand that he's getting some support from various places in the firearms community, and that's good to hear, because like you said, Komar, it is an unfair fight. The deck is solidly stacked in favor of the deep pockets and questionable, moral compass of the folks in the government that are pursuing him. Okay, with that, we'll pause and recognize that apparently Mr. Sexy showed up. That's right. What
that's my new name.
Aegis Gun Care has said.
I'm gonna change that in the stream. What's up, Kelly?
Yeah. And Rich is reminding you to owe him a call.
Yep. I know. Right.
So anyhow, welcome to the program. You hear the rat hole we went down right as you were coming in.
Got right on the ass end of something. Nice.
Yeah. So Rich has been keeping up with
the best end.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, could be. It all depends on perspective, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's dive into our regular agenda. So we were wrapping up the. We kind of skipped, but we kind of skipped introductions. I figured it was just Komar and me. Everyone knows us, so we didn't really even go down that road. TJ, people were already flagging that TJ wasn't here, so we know that everyone knows TJ. So there we go. Jeff, TJ, Komar. There's the introduction. They're here. We talked about not going to
What's up,
NRA.
people?
So I know a lot of our regular folks are there right now. So I'm happy for them. And there, I'll put the ticker up there for Maximum Defense and Patreon. If anyone is into that kind of thing, yeah, that's an available option. We're going to be sure that we throw Boo ATF up there every chance we get. But for now, I think we're going to dive into recent reviews because we've had a couple people. We've had a couple people on tears this week. TJ has written a bunch of stuff and has it out there, and
overachiever this past couple weeks.
Yeah, things that have been published, which means he wrote them and got them up there, and I actually went through and did some minimal editing and hit publish on them. So, I should bring that page up.
Like you said, minimal editing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and it makes me happy. There was a time when, there was a time when everything that came in was like, oh my goodness, this is going to take forever. And not just TJ, I mean, like just about everyone who wrote for Gear Report. And the group has whipped themselves into shape. So I usually have very little editing I have to do. Although if anyone noticed, we had Joe up at Shooting Gallery New England got a little happy this afternoon. He's been editing an article, and when he went to save it, instead of saving a draft, he published it, and it wasn't done yet. So I was frantically, right before the show started, going in there and moving that back to a draft.
I've done that before. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's get all happy.
Hilarious. Yeah. All right. Everyone being nice to each other here. I'd like to call out.
Everybody's like, what kind of articles are they writing? Dear Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. We made the round through all the niceties. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to make that look as big as possible. There we go. How about if I make it a little wider?
There you go.
Does that help? There we go. Now that's as much of the screen as we can take up.
You get this over there.
Oh, what if we do this? Will that work? No, that covers it up. It was worth a try. Maybe that one. Yeah, we'll go back to that one.
I don't know.
And I'm going to get recent reviews off the screen so that we're not.
That's probably the solid way to do it right there.
Yeah, I think that's going to work for us. Okay, so I'm going to keep you busy because you publish a lot of stuff. So if anyone doesn't know, especially folks that contribute on the Gear Report team, here's the idea. When you contribute some content, we would like you to come on and talk through whatever you wrote or whatever you edited, if it was video or whatever, and it gives our audience a chance to ask questions, and it gives the author a chance to get their face and voice out there and have a discussion instead of just that written. We've got a lot of folks who write stuff who don't come on and talk about it, and I think I'm gonna have to send an email here shortly and remind everyone it is encouraged. It's not required, but it is encouraged that folks
should make it required. Make it required. Bam, you got to show up. Put in the work.
Or you're not getting paid.
Right.
Or something like that. Yeah. So we've got, oh my goodness, Honcho Fett is here as well.
The Honcho.
It's a Fett sighting.
What's up, sir?
3 big yos. 3 enthusiastic yos. I like it. Okay.
He was shouting them from the mountaintops.
That's right.
Yeah, why not? All right, would you like to tell us about the Streamlight TLR8 sub?
That little thing worked fantastic.
Well,
there you go. How about that?
4 out of 5
Read
years.
the article. There you go.
4
No,
to
it,
5 gears are pretty solid.
Yeah. I threw a ton of rounds down through it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to shake this thing loose. And I was shooting, 147, 115. I was like, no, I fired probably more than I put in there because I fired it afterwards just to see, and it locked on, worked great. I changed out. It has the interchangeable little thumb pads, so it has little skinny ones where they don't interfere with the trigger well, and then it has higher ones for if you're up higher, if you want to use your other hand or whatever, I don't know, however you grip it. But it has 2 options for it, and they're super easy to change. And
That's neat.
look, see that, Jeff? I got in depth with that.
You did, and the
In
pictures
depth.
are
And
superb. Look at that.
That's what I do.
That's neat. Well done.
So I put those on, and dude, it worked great. Lit up good.
Nice.
Like I said, the only bad thing I could find was, I left it on, and the lens does get a little hot. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
but it does have have at the end of the lens, you can turn it on or off. So you just you turn it off, then you won't accidentally hit the button and leave it on.
Ah.
So that was neat.
Oh, right.
Nice.
So that was
so that on
there
too.
A picture.
So it's got like a power button and then an intermittent,
right there.
Intermittent switch.
Yep, there it is. Yep. Yeah, you just turn that to off, and then you don't have to accidentally. If you throw it somewhere and you hit that button, it's on.
Yeah,
so
I
that
forgot
was good.
about that. I think I've got a TLR7 maybe that I don't. It's not over here, is it? Nope, not over here. I think it's got that lock on it too. That's pretty clever that they do that.
No floor streamlights.
Dude, I've
He's
got
like, well,
so much.
I wouldn't say that.
I do have floor streamlights, but not that particular type of streamlight. I mean,
he's got crap. You probably wander up there and there's crap all over his floor. He has to step in little spots, designated spots from the walk-in to get through this stuff.
What keeps people from messing in my office? I don't need people in the studio messing with my stuff. So it's kind of like a minefield in here.
I like it. Good thinking.
On purpose.
I know.
Yeah, anyone ever gets in here that's not supposed to be in here, we'll know immediately.
And then she can bust in anytime and smack me in the head.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll get round 2 at some point. Who knows? All right, so that's good. Thank you for telling us about the TLR8. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to remember to do this. Every time we talk about an article, I'm going to post the link to that article in the discussion comments. So if anyone wants to go check that article out, they can.
No,
look at that.
I don't think it'll start a fire or burn you, but it is significantly hot, G. Like I touched it, I was like, all right, let's not do that again. I don't think it's hot enough to start a fire, but definitely you'll feel it. You'll be like, yeah, that's not comfortable.
Would it make you sing Disco Inferno?
No.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
It would have to get really hot for that.
So it takes nothing to get me to sing Disco Inferno. So it doesn't even have to get hot at all to sing it.
I know.
So it was kind of a loaded question.
It was.
Oh, all right. So the link is out there.
There you go.
Got the quick tool. So that's all you get for right now. That's
my favorite picture
on.
there,
Let's
Jeff.
do this one next. Oh, I just changed it. So I don't know what picture that was, but
that's a Jeff one.
I think it was probably sunglasses. So this is I just wanted to point out that we do another show. It's the second Tuesday of each month, and it's in association with a Facebook group that Gear Report sponsors. That group's huge. We got like 14,000 people in that group now. And we help people. We support folks that are taking scouts to Philmont Scout Ranch, one of the high adventure bases. Every month we do a live Q&A discussion, answer people's questions, give them tips, feedback, advice, that kind of thing. And so those show up in the stream of new articles published. So I wanted to point that out here. If you know anyone who does that kind of stuff, scouts, high adventure, backpacking stuff, clue them into that podcast, and maybe they'll get some value out of it. All right. Now we'll come back to
the
Belay Safety Tryon.
The Tryons.
Another TJ feature.
One of my favorite pictures right there.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Because I missed the glasses when I was firing at them. No, I'm just kidding.
What is that hanging on?
So is that like a steel
bore
target? Yeah.
A bore. All right, got it.
Up at Hunter's Envy, they have a steel bore target. Then they have I'd say a silhouette 100 and 150. So I put it on the bore target. It looks bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, really well, along with the Sentinels that I reviewed earlier. Along the same lines, they're just, they got all the safety ratings, they fit well. Typical, with anything over the ear, you're gonna notice them after an hour or so. But no fogging or anything. So they have that whatever I think it's a platinum coating or something where they don't fog.
Right.
So they worked well down here in the 100% Florida humidity.
And did you have the polarized or the non-polarized version?
These were, I assume they're non-polarized.
Okay. Because I saw in the review that you noted that they have both versions, and there's a pretty hefty cost difference in them.
That's probably why I have the non-polarized. So
yeah,
I mean, it's only like I think it's only like a $20 or $30 upcharge for polarized, which, for shooting, I'm like, I don't know if I need that.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep my eyes safe. That's the main thing. So, but that worked well. Belay's kicking it, man.
Yeah. All right, folks. Before I get rid of that, let me post the link to that article in the chat. So if anyone wants to go check out those glasses.
You are on the ball.
I'm trying.
Stay on top of it, man.
I'm gonna take this guy.
I know. He's every once in a while.
We're gonna keep
gets it
back and forth here.
A stopped clock, brother. A stopped clock.
Well, the trick today was that I literally logged into StreamYard at 8:59, so I had no time for the normal pre-prep, which somehow it centers me. I need to panic in order to do well. I get a little bit of that panic setting in, and it's helping me step
go,
up.
Crystal.
Yeah. If you wait till the last minute, it only takes a minute.
Yeah. So what we have here.
Guitar.
Oh, and this is not going to be an official Guitar-mageddon segment. This is just a recent review because I have something new to talk about during Guitar-mageddon, and it's going to excite you. It's going to excite you. I'm telling you.
Can't wait.
Right now. I know. Which, hate to break it to you, you have to wait. You don't have a choice. This is what this. No, it is wrong one. This is what this review is about. It's a little wireless transmitter. There's a transmitter and a receiver that plug into a guitar. As you see in the picture here, it is. Actually, that's where you would plug the guitar cable in that connects it to the amplifier and carries the signal and allows the amplifier to make beautiful music as a result of what you do on the guitar, or hideous music if I'm playing, whatever. So this wireless system I use with that little speaker and the little looks like an old school iPod. That's a little multi-effects processor. That's my little travel rig that I put together. So when one of the kids is doing something like, at a swim meet or something, and I'm stuck waiting for hours, I go sit in the car and play the guitar for a while. So, but these wireless transmitters let you. What?
Sit out front of it with a hat and just play guitar. Maybe somebody throw some money in there. I'm just saying.
I think it's a good idea.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Do it.
Up to this point, busking was like not remotely an option. I'm actually getting to the point where, it took me a year and a half to be able to play a song. Like I could play little bits and pieces, but I had never put a whole song together. And in the last couple months, I have got to where I can play a number of songs all the way through. So I've made leaps and bounds lately. And one of the things that's helped me is not being tied to the amp with a cord that gets in the way and pisses me off. And you know, I run over them with my rolly chair, and they short out and they make weird noises. And so I've been using this little wireless system so that I don't have the cable to worry about at all. And then I can run around the house while playing the guitar. And I have so many things to worry about, but the guitar cable is not one of them. And I've got a number of different types. I've actually been using this other one here from another company that looks like a little wooden guitar body, but it's actually a transmitter and receiver. I've been using that in the house, and then I keep the little green ones here, the GWU4 from Mower. I keep those in my travel guitar bag, so it's ready to go. I have a go bag. You know, I have medical kits. I have I've got my body armor bag that's got, you know,
and in case of guitar Armageddon,
right, and I have my travel guitar bag here that's got my, you know, transmitters and speaker and everything in the front. So
there you go.
All of that for anything, all the time. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, if someone breaks in, I got other stuff on the floor on the other side that YouTube would prefer I not show you on a live stream. And then, you know, if the people who break in just want to party, I reach the other side to the guitar stuff. So that's how that works. But
if they bring booze, good to go.
Right. I mean, hey, I'm not going to prejudge people. I got so many things to do. I don't have time to fight with people if they're not down to fight, you know?
Like, that would be so wild. Someone breaks in the middle of the night. They got their jug of booze and you start jamming.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll hit them with the little tack light. You know, I got flashlights everywhere. I'll hit them with the light and go, hey, what are you doing? You here to party? If they say yeah, then all right, let's do it. You brought the booze, right? Yeah, it's called de-escalation.
That's a prerequisite.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. If you know anyone who does guitar stuff, they may benefit from that. You know what? I forgot to post the link. Let me bring that back up here. Just enough to get the link. Now. All right. Now I can get rid of that. So I don't have that load.
Break the system.
Y'all said something about me being on the ball, and then I had to go screw it up. So why don't we dig into the Lynx Defense, the Bureau rifle case?
I like that.
By we, I mean
we saw them. I was at Suppress Fest over at from NFA Review, and they had this bag out there, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" Because it looked nothing like a tactical bag. He goes, "This is our discreet carry bag," and I was like, "Ooh," piqued my interest. And it worked well. The zippers worked well. You know, you can lock it with a tiny lock, but it'll hold an AR pistol with I had my DB9 in the little side pocket. So, you know, it has the whole back is Velcro. So they have these straps you can put on, so you can configure it however you want inside. So it doesn't have set straps. So I had all kinds of stuff. And that in there. I think I had at one time I had my, it looks nice, doesn't it? It's the old CSR 5.56 Wolfpack. Look at that mag, Jeff. You like that mag, don't you?
I do.
Everybody likes that mag.
Yep. It doesn't work anymore, but it looks nice. The spring shot. I need to replace that.
You know, that reminds me. It's not up here. One of my other stream lights, I actually keep it on the bedside table. That's the one that I'm going to hit you with if you break into my house when I interrogate you with the, hey, you here to party? That's going to be one of my stream lights pointed at you. And I put that in the laser engraver and did the Gear Report logo on the side of it.
Awesome.
And I need to see if my new laser engraver does any better on magazines. The old one that I actually just listed it for sale today, and a friend is going to come.
I mean, it's got a couple D rings. You can rearrange the strap, or you can just carry it over your shoulder, backpack it, and I mean, you don't know a firearms in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could assume there's one
Cool.
in there, but it doesn't look like anything, any tactical bag like that. So it did really well.
I would think you're a
Not
keyboardist.
obvious.
Yeah, especially with the
Yeah.
goatee. Keyboardist, or
I know.
they typically have weird facial hair. So, I mean, not that. Never mind. I've said too much. So anyhow, that
Sorry,
looks
just, hey,
pretty
just
cool.
say what you're thinking, Jeff. It's fine.
Yeah, I do sometimes. The filter disengages.
I know, it's fine.
You know what I use? This is a better option, I think, than what I use. But I've got all of my like SBRs and AR pistols and the little shorties and stuff. I can fit 4 of them in the bag at a time. It's a pickleball bag.
The pickleball
So
bag. Yeah, you showed me
pickleball
that one.
paddles are smaller than tennis rackets, but bigger than like ping pong paddles, somewhere in between. And that is the perfect size for carrying around smaller rifle cartridge firearms. So anyhow, all right. With that, we will switch back to one of mine. So we're just going to keep tag teaming, going back and forth on these.
There you go. Did you put the link, did you put the link up there?
I did, yeah. And I'm going to do this one while I'm thinking about it before I move on. There we go. In the comments.
There you go. Get the link up there.
Yet another link to another article. This one, again, is not part of Guitar-mageddon, because that's coming later. I have something else to show you guys that I got a couple days ago. I know. This is the ultimate guide to building out your guitar effects pedal board, which you see down here in the bottom left corner of the image on the screen. Unless you're in podcast form. If you're in audio podcast form, it's a black kind of flat tray that has these little brightly colored boxes on them with buttons on the top, and they're all connected together with wires. And those are the guitar effects pedals.
Very brightly colored.
Yep. And this is a step-by-step. Like if you want to start playing electric guitar and you want to build out a pedal board, you want to have some effects pedals that each do something different to change or flavor the sound, then this will tell you pretty much everything you need to know, as well as links to other articles like the top 10 multi-effects pedals for guitarists on a budget. Who doesn't want to know about that? Ooh. And what are guitar pedals? So if you've been thinking through this whole discussion, pedal board, what is he talking about? Pedal board? Like, do you pedal a guitar? No. Go read the article, What Are Guitar Pedals? That is linked in here. And it'll all make sense. Okay. And with that, we're moving on. TJ, this is the final. It's the final one. I almost went into a rousing rendition of the final countdown, but it's not a countdown. This is the last one.
Yeah, I waited. Is it the last one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It is.
It's the Cedar Mill EPE foam pick and pluck case. And Cedar Mill make great little cases. They're great for flying with, and they're just a single firearm with a couple mags. But they have the EPE foam where it's waterproof and oil proof. So I threw some water on it and beat it up. No problem. Rubbed it around. So you don't have to worry about moisture staying in your case and stuff. If you get them wet, you just run the water off of them, and as usual, it's pull and pluck. So it's a one gun or one style gun once you pluck it out. So other than that, it's worked great.
People have never done that. Do you need any tools to do that pick and pluck?
No.
Like, what's the process you use for that?
I set the gun down, and then I pluck out, like I plucked out the barrel, and then I got down the trigger well, plucked a couple more out, set the gun back down. Okay, I need a little more, and just kind of put it down as you go.
Tracing out the whole thing. You're just kind of doing a bit at a time.
I like it. I like it to be nestled in, really tight, like.
Yep.
I want it to feel cozy. Like when I put it away, I want it to feel nice and cozy, like it's loved. Not just thrown in a foam case with egg foam and being like, all right, here you go. Go to your little corner. Yeah. See, look at that. Doesn't that look nice?
Yep.
It's my Beretta.
So that is a Cedar Mill Fine Firearms product. And I remember talking to AJ, the proprietor at Cedar Mill Fine Firearms, when was it? Like SHOT Show last year? Like not this
Probably,
past
yeah.
SHOT Show, but the one before that, when he was
Yep.
saying he was coming out with this. It wasn't out yet, but he was talking about he was developing it because the typical foam has caused some people some issues when they put a gun away that's got some moisture on it, and it just holds that moisture and helps them rust. So this is something that he was pretty early to the party on this. I think some other brands have caught on and are starting to change this type of foam, but a lot of them haven't. So if you're going to go get firearms cases, be sure that you get the
I have
right
a
kind
bunch of them, but you can see they're stacked. They're stacked up in that picture, and that's only probably half of them.
Yeah,
but they stack up nicely. They have little slots. You just click, 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 and they don't fall over. They interlock.
I do remember that one time when AJ said something about pistol cases, and you were like, "Pistol case? You got any more than their pistol cases?" And he was like, "Yeah, okay."
But do you know if they sell replacement foam?
What's that?
Do you know if they sell replacement foam? So you change what you want to put in there? Can you?
Yeah. He sells the blanks.
Yep.
And he has the preformed one, and he has all that stuff.
Good.
All right, and it looks like Joe did not republish that article. That's good. I was worried because I just created an author account for Shooting Gallery New England, Joe, and the very first thing he did was publish something prematurely. So I had to send a panic note. A minute and a half before the show started, I was hitting send on a note to say, I can't talk about this right now, but I just overrode your control of this article and took it back from you in WordPress so that I could move it back to being a draft.
I was
all right. G23. G23. No. If you show up when the program starts, then you get the answers to things like this. But yeah. So NRA, for anyone who wasn't here when we kicked off the program, NRA is one of those
people were
shows it's actually been the last time I went was 2016, and it was a great show. It was very productive for us. I think as far as shows go, it's actually more productive than most SHOT shows. Just that one. That was the first real productive show that we went to as Gear Report, and I just haven't been back. And part of it is I hate to go do NRA stuff when they have sold us out so many times on, supporting gun control stuff, like bump stocks, for example, that I don't want anything to do with them. But I was talking to Jared Markle earlier today. He was sending me notes saying, hey, if you're at NRAM, you need to come be on the Student of the Gun. They're doing some live broadcasts from there. And I said, dude, I'm not going to be there. And part of it's that I just am not a big fan of the NRA. Their training arm's good, but their political stuff, they're all about compromise. And I don't believe that should be part of the discussion. So I've been less enthusiastic about going because of that. But I really thought we were going to make it this year. And TJ had some personal stuff come up. I had some personal conflicts come up. And as it shook out, it just didn't make sense for either one of us. So we're here. So, yeah.
Which is better for y'all.
Yeah, arguably. Yeah. Let's see. Did we see this one yet?
Yep. What's up, Snob? Crystal's here. Everybody's here.
With his slurred yo. And Gun Snob, you didn't pace correctly? What does that mean? Does she mean he didn't put spaces in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Space. Oh, yeah. So the Gun Snob says, I'll tell everyone I'm with Gear Report at the show tomorrow. The Gun Snob actually has an author account at Gear Report. Yeah. Whether he'll actually write something or not, I don't know. But I created an account for him not too long ago. We were talking about some other projects that he's actually been helping me with. And I said, dude, you ought you're creating all this content. You ought to document some of it and share it on Gear Report. I don't know, man. I think he's afraid that he doesn't write eloquently enough. But
You can't hear the accents when you write. I'm just saying.
yeah, that's a good point. I think he'll be fine.
I mean, you
So,
could write them in
anyhow.
there. You could write them in to where you can hear the accents. You're like, all right, there we go.
Yeah. I expect, I mean, we got a bunch of people there that have, yeah, he's been too busy with Amazon stuff, which I'm hoping I'm going to be too busy with Amazon stuff here shortly. I'm still struggling to get into that program that I've been talking about for what, a month and a half now. I think it's going to happen here real soon. Man, it's getting harsh out here.
That's tough love.
He does talk funny. I'm sure he writes okay though.
He can spell
Or maybe
eloquently.
not. I know I don't write eloquently enough, he says. Okay. So
Have you read
anyhow,
articles?
we have yeah, really.
Come on.
So we have wrapped up the recently completed reviews section of
Victory.
the show. We've
All right.
kind of dipped into DJ's happy hour there.
That's fine.
Even though we weren't quite ready for it, we dipped into that anyway.
I am always ready.
Why
for
don't
it.
we real quick talk about reviews that will be published soon? Oops, I just dropped that.
What'd you drop?
Let's see here. I can tell you something that I thought it was going to be published today, but then I had to go help. I had to assist a family member and actually didn't finish reviewing this or editing an article. It is the Guardian Warrior Solutions Raptor Adapter. Raptor Adapter. That is hard to say. I'm gonna put. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the screen here. You get to see the editing interface here. It is a series of different adapters to take something that is like a MOLLE pouch. You know, the MOLLE, which is an acronym for, you know, the military gear. I can't remember what MOLLE stands for, but it's an adapter that allows you to more easily attach these items to a MOLLE panel, like on a plate carrier or a battle belt or whatever. So Caleb, our hunting editor, has generated that review, and you can see it's open. I have actively started editing it. I just did not get it done before the show today, so that one will be coming soon.
Nice.
What do you have coming soon,
MOLLE
DJ?
is modular, lightweight, load-bearing equipment.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, TJ, what do you have coming?
Well, I have no idea.
You have no idea? I know there's probably a
I've
bunch
got
of stuff out there.
I've got a bunch of stuff I'm working on. I got the Evolve 15 from 5150 I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
The handguard from Phoenix Weaponry. That one's getting close. I put a bunch of stuff on there. I put that Streamlight. I got the TLR7 on there with the remote button on there. So he sent a bunch of rail sections that I could put that. So I put all that together.
Right.
What else do we have? I just got in the Foxtrot Mike 102. So
right.
That's,
so if you're not
interesting.
following our social media channels, you're missing out on all of the upcoming review, the early notice, because TJ put a video up a couple days ago. Was that the Gear Report Firearms YouTube channel?
Yep.
I think you put
I try to stay everything on there.
Video up. Yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty good.
I even put music to it too.
Yeah. I was dancing. Of course, you couldn't see that from where you were, but
I felt it. I knew you were.
If you felt an air of awkwardness yesterday morning, that's what it was.
It was. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I was like, "Jeff's dancing."
You've got a budget adjustable AR butt stock You have a Mira
Yep.
Safety military poncho review, which I posted a video of TJ wearing that
I
poncho.
saw that. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to rain so I can get some really good pictures. But unfortunately, today it rained, but I was playing kickball. So other than that, it hasn't like rained. Like it's been dry for weeks. So
You know what I'm wondering?
that one's close.
Kevin Kinzer has got a draft article. The long-awaited threaded life card is out. And he hasn't done anything on that article in almost a month and a half. He got it almost done and then has not wrapped it up. So hopefully that will happen soon. And I've got a whole bunch. I mean, literally there are 344 draft articles in the queue. Most of them are mine. But
right. The other one that's close is I got the Meprolite True Vision is pretty much done. I was going to fine tune that one a little bit. Now that the Mike 102 came in, I want to throw it on there and get some more pictures of it. So I was getting ready to finish it out, and I was like, oh, I got something else to put on. Awesome, throw it on there. So
man, you've got a drop-in trigger. Looks like a Riton optic. You got all kinds of stuff
I've got the spray booth up. I haven't had a chance to spray anything this week for the duty coat. So been busy. We had a plumbing leak. I had an inspection. I had all kinds of craps going on. So life,
Oh wow! This one probably isn't going to get done in the next week, but I see CloverTech has a draft for Carlson shotgun magazine tube extensions as well. So all sorts of stuff. Probably got. Oh my goodness!
Did you say there's a plethora of reviews coming?
There are myriad reviews in the queue. I probably, just on this one page where I'm scrolling, I probably got 12 different guitar articles that are in some form of,
awesome.
I know. I knew what you were waiting on. I'm not going to make you wait any longer.
No, it's Guitarmageddon.
Guitarmageddon. All right. But you're going to have to stall for me for about 10 seconds while I grab something.
I'm going to stall for like 10 seconds. Oh, God. Thank God he's wearing pants again.
I got you. That life card with the threaded barrel that was mentioned. Yeah. I believe I saw a picture of one with a pillbox suppressor on the thing.
Yeah.
And it was pretty wild.
Yeah. Kevin has posted.
Kevin carries it around.
Yep.
He's like, that's my concealed carry. I'm like, really?
All right.
Cool.
You know what? I'm going to take
Oh, geez. Here we go. I would just take the whole screen if I were you, Jeff.
Are you Pantera?
Just take the whole screen. I need to get.
Are you a Pantera fan?
Yeah, I do. I do like Pantera.
Okay. Pantera had the guitarist Dimebag Darrell, right? And he came up with this design. See, it's the Dime Razorback by Dean, and it's got a razor inset into the fretboard. It's like a pearloid razor, and then his little V arrows. And check out this body shape. That is, it is funky. And it actually has right here on the back, we have a little picture of Dimebag Darrell playing his guitar right there. Okay. So with that, let me take myself off of full screen. Oh, did I click it twice? I clicked it twice.
You clicked it twice. Oh, there we are.
Yep. There we go. Now everyone's back. So anyhow,
yay.
I had someone who wanted to do a trade. He's like, hey, man, will you do a trade on a little Les Paul guitar that I had? And I was like, dude, I need cash. Like, I'll do a trade, but only if it's like really extremely in my favor, because I've had one of these guitars before, and I actually like this one better than the one I had before, which was the more expensive model of the Razorback. But that's like a $500 guitar. I had mine listed for $250 that I was selling. I was like, I don't want that guitar. If I get it, I'm just going to list it for sale. And, you know, I'm not going to trade with you just to do the work of documenting a new guitar and making a new listing. I got to make some money on it or it's not worth it. So he was like, yeah, we'll just do an even trade. So I was like, yep, okay. It actually sounds and plays really nice. So
nice.
There you go.
One day in Guitar Mageddon, Jeff will start like demoing songs and demoing guitars for us, and it'll be fantastic. Then I'll be like, all right, I can do Guitar Mageddon.
But that day's not today. I really am getting there. I really
I should hope so. I mean, I should hope so. You mess with guitars all the time.
I think you can start busking. You
I mean, I'll
playing on the street, save some money for the Battlewagon 4, and make a go of it.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? I got behind on the man. There's a lot of messages that came in.
There is.
All right, what is this? Oh, the gun snob making fun of me not getting into that Amazon program yet. Let me check real quick, see if they let me in while we're in the program.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's refreshing. Nope. They're still reviewing my latest application. Let's see. He says, check your messenger. I sent you a pic. Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. I thought it rained every day down here.
Special pic.
In Florida, maybe. Florida in the summer. I mean, you get thunderstorms that come through
every day,
quite often, right?
Every day, dude. Yep. Every day off Orlando that comes off the mainland and just dumps for like 15, 20 minutes, and then it gets back to 95 degrees again.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Gunstop saw Kevin today, so I did see that GSL Technologies has a booth at NRAM. So
I saw that.
If anyone is there at the NRA show, go by and say hi to Kevin. Tell him we said, where the hell were you?
Right.
Because he wasn't on the program, you know?
Yeah. He's got internet up there. Come on. I know I've been dry for months. Oh, it's been dry for. I thought you said I know I have.
That's too much of a softball. I'm not even swinging for the fences with that one. It'd be too easy. Rainy season starts in May. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for lots of rain or little rain, or
just
what?
Any rain,
or just in general. Any rain? Okay.
Any rain.
Good to know.
Like today, everybody was excited that it rained. We're like, yeah, and then we're like, oh no, we have to play kickball in the rain.
It's officially happened. We are now in the most highly anticipated portion of the program each week. TJ's Happy Hour.
Sponsored by Mango Kart. Oh, no, it's not. I wish it was.
Oh, you got to make that happen. You got to reach out.
Dude, I have sent Golden Road Brewing Company messages saying, listen, I mentioned you like, listen, I'm in Florida. I probably drink half of the beer you sent here. Nothing. I'm going to have to switch. I don't know who to switch to. Woodford. I'll go to one of the big dogs. Woodford, Knob Creek. And you guys listen out there?
So, I didn't do it, but I actually was going to go to the liquor store and get something today. And when it came time to do it, I was like, man, that seems like a lot of work getting in the car and driving, 8 minutes to the liquor store. And then getting out of the car and going in.
Right, getting back in and then getting back in.
Coming back. And then my son was like, hey, can you come out to the garage? We've got a Bob. You familiar with Bob? The what is it called?
Bob the Builder?
Body opponent. I can't remember what the other B is. It's like a rubber human shape.
A fighting dummy.
The
punching and kicking dummy. Yep. Yeah.
Who looks
so
like
we've got a Bob in the garage. Yeah. And he was like, hey, he just got some shin guard, leg pad, foot pad things for sparring. And because he does some sort of martial arts club at his college. And he said, hey, can you come? I just got these. I don't know what to do with them. So I went and showed him how to use those. And I did a bunch of kicking and jumping and punching and elbow throwing. And
how you feeling?
And pretty good. I hadn't done much kicking. I mean, it's been almost, I think it's been, I'm afraid to say exactly how long. I need to go look it up. It's been years since I quit doing martial arts. And body opponent bag, of course. Thank you, Komar. Yeah, I was blanking on the last one, but I haven't been doing the stretching to do all of the jumping and spinning and high kicks and everything. If you don't stretch, you can pull something pretty easy. I've been doing those stretches. So we got out there and I started kicking and I was like, oh, my hips aren't used to this anymore. So I
was
got
going
to
to say, like, Jeff's like, yeah, I can't stand up right now. But I saw you stand up earlier, so I was like, he can't be in too much pain. Otherwise,
you saw I didn't get up to put the guitar back. I was like, oh, I'm not risking that again.
I figured you would just wheel over, like, as you wheel over, like, all right, set it over here, wheel back, like, oh yeah, Jeff's down.
Yeah, too much stuff around. I'd have to dodge. I'd have to, duck, dodge, duck. I can't remember. What's the sequence?
Dip, duck, dive.
Yeah,
dodge, duck.
Yes,
it's a bunch.
I didn't want to do that on camera.
We would have appreciated it.
G23 is behind the times. Floor guns is the second favorite time of the show. Guess what? We don't do floor guns anymore.
I know.
And it kind of makes me angry.
I'm upset about it too, G.
It was one of my favorite portions of the show, but I have been advised.
I mean, it's not like they're not here.
Yeah.
We just can't show
them. Let me see. I can.
Did you hear Jeff? Everybody hear Jeff strain when he leaned over?
All right. Listen. Well, I almost knocked one of my studio lights over. I was like,
"Oh, geez."
All right, everyone, listen. Yeah. So I do have the floor guns.
Was it an MP5?
I keep them off camera now, just to avoid issues with YouTube because. That's like the main distribution, it goes through there and then a bunch of other platforms pick up that feed. So if they shut that feed off, it means that I have to go manually upload all the other ones. And I'm like, So, yeah.
For convenience, we're not doing it. But they're here.
I've been advised that it is taking a risk that YouTube sometimes, if their AI thinks that you're handling firearms on a program, or if anyone reports it, your broadcast will just stop partway through. And I don't want to take that risk right now. So yeah, the floor gun segment has largely been abandoned for now.
It may come back.
We shut it down. And then Ted from Deadfoot Arms was on. He's like, oh, here, look at this. I was like, oh, okay, disclaimers.
I can see Jeff was like, oh.
Yep. Like, Ted, you know better. But
no, he doesn't.
Why does he care?
Yeah. He's like, not my channel.
Yep.
That'd be funny if all the gun guys we have on are like, whatever, it's not my channel. Here you go, Jeff. Look, check this out. They're putting in mags, screwing on suppressors. You're like, no.
Drilling third holes, whatever.
People show up for Thursday night. They're like, wow, it's not going live. I don't understand what happened.
Yep. We'll be halfway through a sentence and then
we have to go over to Utreon or something like, hey, what's up, guys? We're over here now. We can do whatever we want over here.
Yeah, I need to look into that and figure out how to set that up so that StreamYard will feed it. I may have to send Hank a note and say, "Hey, how do I set this up?" Or I bet Flying Rich knows how that works
Rich
as well.
knows everything.
He
Rich
sure
knows it
seems
all.
to. Yeah,
I need to get down there next week. I was supposed to be there this week, but I had a plumbing issue. Sorry, Rich.
Yeah. Does that mean you had to go lay some pipe? Is that what you're saying?
How can I put this? I had to go repair some pipe.
Interesting. I don't even know what that means.
Well, there you go.
I thought I was up on all the lingo.
No, I had to repair it.
I see.
Yeah. So there was we had we have the old cast iron pipes. It's 1960s house, so it's cast iron pipes. And the part of the pipe had disintegrated, and sand was getting in there and wasn't draining.
Oh,
so I had to chisel a hole in the floor, dig up the pipe, patch it, put it all back, and fingers crossed it works. So I don't know. We'll see. It looks nice. Everything looks back like it was supposed to. But I don't know. It's 1960s cast iron. Who knows?
Yeah. G23 says that we need an Utreon. Is that how you say it? Utreon?
Yeah.
Utreon? I don't know.
And then Snob comes right back with,
Yep. You can do whatever you want on Utreon except get views.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
oh, whoa, Snob, jeez.
Yeah. Well, it's
He's
good to
not
know,
wrong,
though.
but
But if I can set it up as a destination in StreamYard,
Yeah.
like right now, we are going to Facebook, to 2 YouTube channels, to Twitch, to Twitter, and to something else. I don't even know what that last one is.
Is it Odyssey?
Odyssey.
What is that?
Yeah, I bet that one's Odyssey.
See?
Yep.
I get it memorized.
It used to be.
Far as
So
you
when
guys
we
know.
were on the other platform,
not just a pretty face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I retained very little information, but it's pertinent information.
So all other platforms, I agree, they're a waste of time until one of them isn't.
Right.
And it'd be nice to have a foothold already.
Or
That's why
until
I'm
we're
saying-
not on one of them, and then like, okay, there we go.
Like I am perfectly willing if they'll let me do what is it, RTMP or whatever it is, or if there's not a direct connection in StreamYard, if I can set one up where all I have to do is click it before each show. When I'm creating the next show, I go in and click like the 5 or 6 different places that I want to broadcast it to. If I can just click that and add, so now it's going 7 places. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not?
All about
And
convenience.
if that platform ever takes off, then we've already got, we've got a beachhead there.
5 or 6 views over there.
Yeah. All 5 or 6 views.
Yeah,
I'll
5 or
take
6
them.
views.
Hey, you never know which view is going to change someone's life.
Exactly. I agree. That's why we do this. To just engage with everybody out there.
G23 gets almost the same views on Utreon as YouTube. Utreon, whatever. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess, that pause was me censoring myself and like, you know what? He likes to come in and lob grenades at people during the program, but I try to be nice, right? So I just was like, yeah, I'm not going to make any crass comments about that. I'll just say congratulations on getting equal amounts of views on multiple platforms. That's pretty good. Speaking of getting views all over the place, we have got, I know we talk sometimes about how we're spread out, and I hope people are watching and commenting and participating on the Gear Report Firearms channel, because that's where we're trying to build view time and,
my channel. I mean, it's kind of
views and watch time and subscriptions, so that we can get that channel monetized and get it up to a critical mass where it becomes viable on YouTube. But I'll tell you what, among those, we have six different Gear Report YouTube channels now. You can see them in the background on the screen here. The swimming channel is kind of not doing much anything. I've actually got a brand sending me a set of goggles that have a heads-up display built into them. So one side sticks out a little, and it projects like how far you've swam and what your stroke count is, what your pace is, how much time you've been swimming.
I could use something to keep track of my stroke count.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
a big display. Big counter.
It needs to be. I'm going blind.
That technology sounds awesome, though.
It does. It's wicked, dude.
And I think that they're reasonably inexpensive. Like you can get some really expensive, like high tech. It's kind of like smartwatches. Like you can get an Apple Watch that'll do all sorts of stuff, and it costs hundreds of dollars. Or you can get the $23 one that'll do some of those things, and you can link it to a smartphone, and it'll do some additional things. I think that's how these goggles are, and they're like $90. And they have all these things built in, and if you have your phone nearby, it can link some additional information off of apps. And apparently it's like a Bluetooth connection. So We shall see. I don't know much about them.
Jeff gets electrocuted in the water. Like
I know that
Yeah.
they keep sending me notes about, hey, we really want to get you, and they wanted like a 10-minute video, and I was like, I don't know, that sounds like a lot of work for an $89 pair of goggles. And I talked them down to a 2-minute video.
There you go.
So that I think that one's going to be a sponsored video. They're going to send the product and cover some production cost, and that'll be pretty good. What in the world?
Is Gary not here today? Come on, Gary. What's
Are
up?
they? I think that's offering chat bots. What?
Yep. Oh, I'm sure.
Viewers, followers, views, chat bots. The price is lower than any competitor. I'm not going to put that on the screen, and it's on. It's a comment on Twitch. So
Twitch,
who knew
dude.
Twitch was like this hive of spam comments?
Oh, dude. Yeah, Twitch.
The internet is a hive of spam comments.
Well, it is. Yeah, the whole internet is, but Twitch has like you look at everybody. Every platform has its own little things, and Twitch is out there.
Really?
Oh, it's because it's all about views, checks, or whatever those little things are. So,
I don't know. We broadcast to Twitch just in case. Well, it's just like we were talking about with
gaming.
Utreon. It's like, does it do anything for us? No, until it does. And if it ever does, then it was worthwhile. And all it cost me is I have to click on the little thing to send it to Twitch before when I'm creating the program. So there you go.
You like that icon? That's my favorite.
It's one of the best pictures I ever took.
Dude, that was one of the best ones ever.
Yep. Yep. And for anyone wondering, it is a non-full frontal nudity picture. It's like an oblique angle from the backside.
I had to turn quite a ways around so Jeff couldn't see all the stuff.
Yeah, and it's TJ urinating, but the picture is taken with a thermal camera. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Rich says, "Are you going for another few minutes?" I suppose we are. We are done with most of the official agenda items, and we're meandering through the most popular segment of the program. Now.
Yeah, we just talk about whatever. But just so you know, we lost a kickball tonight, Jeff.
I'm devastated.
I'm very depressed.
I'm crushed.
I'm so
I don't know what to say.
I was wondering, but I didn't want to ask.
I know. You can ask. I'm honest about it. I'm so. I don't want to stay distraught, but it's tough playing against those young kids. You play against some 20-year-olds and stuff. It's like they're just so fast. Little bastards.
I try not to cry on camera.
Like I'm 50. I'm like I have kids that are older than you. Stop it. Quit running around like maniacs.
The gun snob has adopted the Gear Report housing for events policy.
There you go.
Gun Snob says, "Say a prayer for us. Our house is in a wonderful neighborhood near downtown Indy." Yeah. And he says, "And we aren't tightwad and get the cheapest place we can find." That was one of the real challenges when it was kind of last minute, and I was like, "Oh, should I try to make it to NRA this year?"
Well, see, Snob. Now, don't you feel bad that you spend a bunch of money and you're still in the hood versus me and Jeff, where we spend minimal money and we're in the probably same hood?
Yeah.
There you go. Efficiency, buddy.
Yep. So I was going to do like a mic drop, but my mic is on a boom arm.
I know, so you can't drop it. You have to slam it down.
It's really
you can.
Hold on, Jeff. I can do it. There you go. I had to mic drop my headphones and everything.
Well done. All right.
There you
go. Let's see. I had a note here to check my messages. So you guys,
we all want to know, Jeff. Check your
and
messages. We want to know what's going on.
I know. I'm looking.
I know. We got to know, dude. And then you got to share it to us because we can't, like, you can't tell us and not let us
I'm
share.
attempting to
Let's
look.
see.
Yep. Do it.
I'm excited. This week's the week's Komar. I'm gonna spray some stuff.
Nice. I still need to do that video call with you and show you what I've got set up.
Yeah. I've got, like I said, I got the spray booth set up. I've got everything set up. I just with the plumbing issue, we had a wind mitigation inspection, so I had to get everything ready for that. And it was just like, all right, and I got a track meet tomorrow. It's like I don't have time for this. Not this week. Jeff's still looking. He looks confused.
Well, my PC it's not like in Facebook. Like it says
Really?
the page is. I'm just gonna shut that down.
Taken down due to graphic content. I understand. That's fine. I've been on those pages before.
Oh, look at that. He says it's a picture of a little closet with a desk in it, and he said you have a bedroom in our house if you come. So, yeah.
Oh, there's Rich.
Look at that. All
Look
right,
at that guy.
on.
What's up, sir?
Oh, you brought him up. All right.
I have power, Jeff. You know, he's not even ready yet. Look at him.
Well,
hey, now he's ready.
I 3D printed a new rig for my podcasting, like lights and mics and all that bit.
Dude,
so I had not planned on being on a show tonight, but when I saw you guys, come on, and TJ, you'll give me a call like tomorrow or something.
Call. Yeah, this week, like I said, this week was unexpected with the. They called me up like, oh yeah, we have a wind mitigation inspection this week, and then I had a plumbing issue at the house, so a little busy. Plus all my regular work. It was good times.
Right.
Yep.
So I have information from people that are present at the hearing. I myself have not been there, but Matt appears to be in good spirit.
Yeah.
Oh,
good.
Yeah. So Matt Hoover, CRS Firearms, and Justin Irving in the auto key card machine gun case. From what I understand, the prosecutor did offer Matt a plea deal of only 50 years.
Jesus.
So what's been going on? Let's see. So it's the fourth day. The first day of the trial, most of the day was picking jurors. Then they started with It appears like to get into the psychology, the head of the prosecutor, that she believes because the AFT says the card with something on it is a machine gun, that all she has to do is prove that Justin Irving is Justin Irving, and Justin Irving owned Auto Key Card, cashed checks from Auto Key Card, and went to the post office and sent crap with Auto Key Cards. And she thinks that's her entire case. So she's been spending, she had like the postmaster general there, she had the bank teller there, it's like nobody's, the Justin's attorney's like, yeah, we're not arguing these points. That's Justin, he owns Auto Key Card, he cashed the checks, he sent the packages. Now, everybody that's testifying has been granted immunity. So the lady that worked for Justin stuffed the envelopes and brought them to the post office. She's all free and clear. The machine shop testified today that they said, well, with a laser, we could laser this all the way through, so you just have to twist it a couple times, they pop out. Justin's like, no, I don't want them popped out. The machine shop testified to that. Now, if you ordered an Auto Key Card on the Auto Key Card website, you had to consent to, I check the box, and I will not cut this out. This is a novelty only. All down the line, all of the prosecution witnesses seem to be proving that Justin never wanted this to be cut out and always wanted it to be a novelty. but also, GOA had documents where half of a lightning link, there's two metal parts to a lightning link. And the ATF had documents that said, well, if you only have one cut out piece of the lightning link and not both cut out pieces of the lightning link, it's not a machine gun. But now, the ATF agent says, well, if there's some sort of image on it, and
Pretty much.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
I heard C4 was at the gathering, and I missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck? I missed Coda Boy at the gathering.
You just had to look for the giant orange shirt from OB, and you would find C4.
Oh, okay. All right.
You may have bumped into him and just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean,
could be.
Not that you ever
I
done
did.
that before.
I did see some guy said he was Hank Strange. I didn't believe him, but
Right.
who's that guy?
who's that guy? So, let's see. I'm off track now. The case is just really, really preposterous. How it's going. From the detail that's been given to me, it sounds like if you're a juror, you'd be mad at the prosecutor at this point.
Right.
It's like, get to the point. And the judge the other day, I don't know if it was the end of yesterday, said, you're going to speed this up, right? The judge was like not having it.
That's awesome.
So now Justin Irving, and I hope I'm saying his name right. It's Irving. I don't know if it's a G on the end or an N, but apparently he has a court-appointed attorney, and this court-appointed attorney is pretty damn good. So that's really good. GOA. So yeah, GOA gave documents in the case. I don't know Matt LaRossiere if he's using them or not, but they're pretty much like get out of jail free cards. It's like, here you have the ATF saying half of a completely cut out lightning link is not a machine gun. So when something's on a card, and it just one thing after the other, it just sounded real stupid and dumb, and it just seems to me like law student in Law 101 or high school court case simulator probably would have been better prepared.
Yeah.
So what's terrifying to me is that you can have, basically, Matt's a YouTuber. He's a full-time YouTuber, and he makes his money on YouTube, period. That's it. So he basically has had his business shut down. Justin has been in jail for 2 freaking years. And I don't know about anybody else here. If you put me in jail for 2 freaking years, my wife's going to divorce me. I'm not going to have anything.
Yeah.
I might as well become a murderer when I get out because I got nothing else going for me.
Yeah. After a week.
And boy, there's 8 jokes I just can't say. So, none of them be right because I like TJ. So,
listen, I said it. She would be out of here.
You're looking graybeard, yeah. So, yeah, this from what I understand, Matt is very positive about what's going on. This is I've talked to Matt in the past, and he's a super smart guy, very analytical. I'm a little shocked. My college was a waste of time for me. Well, I don't know if I would have been able to drink that much if I didn't go to college, but so there was probably a benefit. But college would have been a good thing for Matt because he has a very analytical mind. He definitely has good problem solving skill sets and can see very subtle patterns in things, and that's why he's a good YouTuber. The problem, the punishment, Matt's already been punished by this, not only losing all of the revenue and the money and the court expenses, etc., But he's been stressed like a mofo because if he's not working, all he's got to do is think and analyze and second guess himself. Like, well, maybe I should take a plea and only do 25 or 50 years, And thank God that isn't the case, because this case seems to be. I've talked to Crump about this, and Crump says that the prosecution doesn't come out with the big guns till the end because they want that to be the last thing that the jury hears.
Oh yeah.
But apparently tomorrow Matt did 2 videos sponsored by Auto Keycard, and in the beginning of the one video he's like, if you cut this out, that is a felony. I can do it because I'm an SOT, but otherwise it's a novelty, a conversation starter about the Second Amendment. I'm startled that there are people out there like this lady. The prosecutor seems to be incredibly unprepared to prosecute this case and had no clue what questions were going to be asked. I guess the thing, like, I've built a bunch of guns. Heck, I 3D print guns. I know how they work and what they are. And most people in the ATF don't know what a gun is. And part of the training, we went through that. Crump got the documents, the training documents for the ATF, and to be in the Fat D division, which is the division that does the technical things. Their training is a tour of a gun factory. Several hours tour.
Good,
I mean,
good
heck,
training.
I went to SHOT Show twice. I must be a doctorate in gun science, So it's very unfortunate because it seems like the least capable among us are the ones that are judging us, and so that's the case. So Matt is very upbeat. There are no like, hey, I'm getting taken away now. So it's looking good.
Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, to me, it seemed like the whole thing was just a witch hunt, and then once they got it in their minds, they're like, we got it. It's one of those, like, we got to get him with something. It doesn't matter what. And I'm like, dude, he's not doing anything wrong.
There's some interesting statistics about federal cases, and like the stat that's brandied about is that like 98% end in convictions, but that's 98% that you plea. Very few actually go to trial, and of the ones that go to trial, very few actually get convicted.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it is people are just scared of the boogeyman. That they're you know what, I'll take a plea deal. And realistically, like if any one of us have a beef, you know what, I'd rather be half wrong than fully wrong. It's like, if I owe you 10 grand or we have a dispute over that and I give you 5 instead of 10 and we both kind of lose out, that's probably okay. And you probably go through that. It's like, well, I could do 50 years or I plead to 20 right now. Yep. Maybe I'll just plead to 20, hope to get out on 10.
Get up. Nothing.
Yeah. And look at the. I don't know anything about Justin Irvin. I've never talked to him, but I don't know if he's a married guy, single guy, if he had a house, rented a house, whatever. It's gone. If you're in jail for 2 years, you got nothing left.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's what they don't. Like I said, I think they're just out to get something to stick somewhere on somebody.
I think.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Go.
That's the thing is the people driving this prosecution, the people studying the laws, they don't understand the technology, which is why they're pushing, like you were saying. We can prove that you mailed these. Yeah, that's cool. I did. But it's not a machine gun. And the other thing about it is, they win against an individual by dragging it out longer than the individual can and getting them to accept 50 years, right? But not only that, but they win. Something I heard long ago is the average IRS audit recovers 10% of what it costs them to put on it. However, every person that gets audited tells 25 people I got audited, and then those 25 people don't risk, taking advantage. So it's like all they need to do is keep dragging Matt through the mud long enough, and then it stops the next person from doing something that would be totally legal, but may attract attention. And it happens all the time with the stuff that I do with the ghost gunner community and whatnot. People will be like, hey, is this legal? Ask me questions, and I'll be like,
ghost gunner? That sounds scary.
Whatever. But I'm like, yeah, like
I got a GG3 in my garage right now.
Excellent. I got two 3s. Anyway, that being the case, it's like, hey, I don't want to be the test case, right? Like you're asking me if I believe it's legal. 100%. I don't want to be the test case.
Right.
I don't want to lose my house to cover the fees to prove my innocence. Right? Like
absolutely.
It is what it is. So.
But I believe wholeheartedly that the bulk of the things that they do on the big public scale like this, or the public stage, it really has almost nothing to do with the case itself. It is there are some politicians leaning on them to say you have to do something. You have to be visible doing something. And part of that is that they want to be able to say, yes, my administration is doing things, see? And part of it is the chilling effect of threatening people with, oh, look at how we ruin these people's lives. We're going to intimidate people into doing what we can't pass legislatively by harassing people to the point that they're just afraid to do anything.
So I think part of what turned them on to Matt, as far as, or put the sights on Matt as a target, is that he started a GoFundMe. In fact, Matt's wife started the GoFundMe, and then, turned it over to Justin, or Justin's family, I think, was how it happened. But what they're saying is that's part of the conspiracy. I'm like, my favorite, one of my favorites on this case was after Matt got arrested. He was arraigned, and they said they didn't want him out on bail because he tried to evade justice by getting married. And only a woman would say that. No man has ever evaded justice by getting married.
Right.
Looking at my wife, heard that.
It's more of a punishment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Matt says he's going to have a big victory party when he wins.
Awesome.
Good.
So actually, TJ, he's pretty close to you. He's up in Jacksonville area.
Yeah, a couple hours away.
Yeah, we'll all have to get together. Us Florida guys.
Yeah,
us Florida men.
I would come down from Florida for that party. From Virginia. I would come down.
Yeah, pick me up on the way through.
Yeah, grab Jeff on the way through.
Yep.
Do it. I'll do it.
We'll make it a road trip.
And
I don't know if you heard earlier, Rich, if you hear that, I thought I saw something that Matt posted about assuming that he wins and is not incarcerated and will be headed back to Wisconsin, if anyone along the route needed him to stop by. Like,
no,
hey,
I'll get Matt your contact info.
Yeah. I mean, I could reply to the Instagram or whatever, but he doesn't know me on there. But if he needs, anything while he's passing through, I am available to help.
Oh yeah. Matt's very cool that way. So yeah, he's a real nice guy. I mean, I actually like a little over a year ago, I was in Wisconsin, and invited me by the house and made me dinner. So real nice guy.
Nice. Did you see the paddle that he uses in his video?
I did a video in his basement.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. I did a video in his basement with the whiteboard of knowledge. I threw the cap on backwards,
right. Yeah, that is so cool. Did it feel surreal being in that situation?
It's I think Matt, like Dark, Crump, and Matt and I, we talk pretty frequently, and more to keep him off, in the beginning, to keep his mind off the BS, because
Yeah.
he's very introspective, and he's going to be like totally living in his head, figuring this stuff out. And that's really, for somebody like Matt, that was the penalty of it. The finances, we all can make more money. Don't get me wrong; it always hurts, but the mental anguish is really the punishment on this.
Stress on
Yeah.
the family, everything else. I mean, it's a lot.
Mhm.
That end of it.
Yeah, he's got 2 young daughters,
Yep. Yeah.
and Matt, I've got to see him in action. He's just a guy that wants to make YouTube videos and hang out with his family. He loves his wife and daughters, and that's all he wants to do.
Yep. All right. We appreciate you coming and giving that update.
Yeah, man.
I remain
sir.
cautiously optimistic and 100% convinced that it's all BS, and that anything other than an apology from the court that he was wrapped up in this at all will be a travesty.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's one of those things. What was the saying? I forgot what politician said. Is, where do I go to get my good name back?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's time, right?
Well, hopefully at the end of this, he gets made whole as much as possible, cleared, made whole, and enjoys a little bit of notoriety to kind of offset, to get him some income opportunities,
Right.
to offset some of the crap that he's been through.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. He's a good guy. He's got a good outlook about it. So
good. All right. TJ, we're
gonna take
still
off.
in TJ's happy hour. Thanks, Rich. We appreciate it. All right. When he said he was going to take off, he meant it. I didn't even get to make any
Flying Rich,
Rich
dude.
jokes.
Flying Rich. Smooth. Gone.
Yeah.
Like he drops in, what's up? And then gone.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty quick.
I didn't wait for
Was
the end where we could just do the.
Right. Was that the first time Rich has been on this program? Or has he been in here before? I can't
I
remember.
think he's been in here before.
I want to say maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
been
remember.
It's been a while.
We have so many YouTube celebrity types that breeze through here. I mean, look at you guys.
I know, dude.
that I can't keep track of who they all are sometimes. But, yep.
Hold on. Sorry, we're still in TG's happy hour, so
Oh, okay.
there we go.
Yep.
You didn't take it off the screen. As
Take
far as
what
I'm
off?
concerned, it's TJ's happy hour still.
Oh yeah, no, I just said
Nope.
it's still TJ's happy hour.
I needed
It
a
actually-
refresher. Crystal said cheers, so I'm cheersing her. Cheers, Crystal.
Yeah,
Do it.
that is a good marriage when you guys
It is,
support
isn't
each
it?
other like that.
Yep.
You know, it's like I felt pretty good when we established safe words. You know, you guys have the even safer words of cheers. That's my cue. I got to do it. Right? That's pretty
Pretty
good.
It's a safe word.
Just for the
Yeah.
record, my safe word is pineapple. So,
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The funny
No.
thing is that Komar and I have seen each other, like, I think almost exclusively in Las Vegas, where safe words could actually be needed. So
yeah.
oh yeah.
yeah, that's good to know.
I remember when I got paged over the intercom at TSA, and you texted me and were like, "Hey,
Yeah,
what's up?"
Like, what did you do?
right.
Yeah.
That was sitting in one of the casinos, one of the exit casinos, which of course I'm referring to the terminals at the
Yeah.
what is it called now? It used to be McCarran. Is it Harry Reid Airport now?
I think it's Harry. Yeah.
Yeah, but all the terminals, you get to the end of the and they've got a circular with
Yep.
gates around the outside
And
and
slot
there's
machines.
slot machines. Old
I was in
casino.
the so if you ever walk by the glass cased one where you can smoke,
Yeah.
that's where I was. Because I had one cigar left for the trip, and I was like, I'm smoking it here. I had several hours, so I went in there, and it was like, it's like old school bar. Where you got the haze, just above eye level. Everybody in there gambling, just freaking just hot boxing cigarettes and stuff.
Loving it. Loving
Interesting.
it.
That's where I was.
Right.
Just in case you're
Alright.
wondering.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I can't believe I missed it.
You did. You took off before me.
I know. I did walk. I walked by the one at my end. You were in actually a different terminal area.
Yep.
Like you got to
Frontier.
get on the
Hey.
you got to get on the little shuttle thing to take you from the main terminal to the satellite terminal. We were in different satellite terminals, but I kept walking by. I kept walking because I knew what was going to happen. If I sat down, I was going to fall asleep,
Right.
and then I'd miss my flight.
Miss your flight.
So I had to keep moving. You know.
So I did. I was like, I'll sit here, and I think I had like $30 in the machine, and I sat there and smoked a whole cigar for like 2 hours.
Can you imagine missing your flight for that? Sitting down, playing the machines, nodding off, and
Oh, I've seen people. There were some people in there sleeping, and I was like, well, whatever.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
You're not mine. I'm out of here. I heard
Yeah.
my flight, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, you see him sleeping, and you're sitting there going, "Man, I hope that's the person in the seat beside me, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna have an empty seat beside me." I'm
Dude,
gonna be
it's
a
crazy.
stretch out.
Coming back, there was actually room on the plane. I
Wow.
had an empty seat next to me. I was like, hell yeah, room for my bottles.
I think I may have had an empty seat beside me as well, like one of only one or two on the whole flight that
Right.
happened to be beside
Nice.
me.
Nice.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
the benefit of wearing shoes all week. That's why I wear Crocs all the time.
Oh,
I have amazing foot stench by the end of the week.
oh,
Like those shoes, I feel bad for people being around me.
It's
You
what it
can't
is.
generalize them. Yep.
Nope.
Like,
That's
hey,
why
that
that's why I wore my
got
wingtips.
me room on the plane.
Right. Like he needs to sit by himself.
Oh
He's out of here.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a little peek into what I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
I don't want to know.
This is a guitar pedal.
Okay.
Got it.
This is a guitar. It's a gauge that you use to measure different things, so you can set it up ideally so it plays easier.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Saramonic. Bunch of the folks that we hang with at events use these. It's a little microphone set. Let's see, what else do I have?
Sounds like
here?
a lot of
I
guitar
got
stuff.
The Bole Tactical
Oh, there you go.
glasses. I've got a power station for guitar pedals. I have
You had me at the Bullet Tactical.
an automated motorized Lazy Susan. So I can put
Oh, I
on
need
it
to get
for
one. Those
videos.
that's on my list. One of those.
I've got an M Custa Japanese pocket knife that with a
All of this relates to what you're going to do tomorrow.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going to be
with a,
epic. What he's going to do tomorrow with the
it's gonna be
turntable,
wild.
the knife, and the glasses. I mean, that's just at least safety first. He's got glasses, so I'm
Dude,
excited.
you hadn't figured out yet. I don't give people easy answers. Like
No.
you're gonna have to stick around if you
I
want.
know. We have to wait till next week to see what Jeff
where I'm
does.
going.
If he's still here.
He's going to weaponize a Roomba.
Jeff shows up with an eye patch, like, oh yeah, it didn't go as planned. Sorry.
All right. I'm showing you part of what I'm going to do here is I've got an extra phone here that I put facing down over the desk, and then I've got
That looks like an
there
OnlyFans
it
setup.
I've got
It is.
I've got my cutting board. So I've got this all set up here where the cutting board is on the desk right under the
Oh,
camera.
what's he
And I'll
gonna
put a
cut?
product on the board, and then I will talk about it while I record it. And I will be making review
Product.
videos for all of those things that I talked about, and maybe more, because I anticipate getting into that Amazon video program that Snob and I keep
Any
talking
day
about.
now.
And I need to have like 50 videos in the queue ready to be published as soon as they
Okay.
let me in.
I'm gonna send you like 3 more for publishing tomorrow, just to
Yeah.
distract
Do
you.
it. Do it.
He won't, because he won't care. He'll be like, whatever. I got till
And-
Thursday. I got till Thursday next week. I'm fine.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
And just for kicks, sometimes I like to wear the bump helmet in the office because I think it looks cool.
Like when the family comes up the stairs and they see you in that, they're like, they just turn around, shut the door, and walk down. Like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah. And so my office is on the 3rd floor of the house here. Oh, how do I undo it? It's stuck.
Oh, jeez.
So
Throw the helmet.
the studio where I do the filming was an attic at one point, and the roof is not as insulated as it should be. So once it starts heating up in the warmer months, as the sunlight hits the roof, it gets freaking toasty up here in a hurry. So I will often in the summer, I'll be up here. If I'm not on camera doing something, I'm not gonna have a shirt on. I'm sitting here in a pair of shorts, and that's it. And so they walk up, and I got the bump helmet and no shirt, and they can't see past the desk. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm naked. So, yep, it's a pretty good deterrent for people bothering me.
That's a good time.
I got a shirt on. I'm ready to shower after this.
Yeah.
Just like, no, like, come on. Like,
on that note,
does that mean the show's over now? Have we exhausted all the
the show's about to begin.
Yeah, it's getting ready to start, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
70s music kicks in.
All right. Just
like
for the record, I hate that I took TJ's happy hour off, but we needed some more Boo ATF time. I thought that was important.
I will gladly give up my time for that.
Yeah. All right. So with that, I think it is probably time that we meander off of this. I'll tell you,
like
I did get another text
tonight.
I got a text from someone,
Snob,
and I don't know who it was because it was just a phone. Oh, that's the wrong phone. Damn it. See, I do this at home too. It's not just at events.
That's my other phone. I can't tell.
It must be from Sarge. I think based on the area code, that's probably from Sarge. And he says there were 2 OBs at the gathering. And I remember seeing this. I don't know if you remember this, TJ. The one that was up under
yes,
the picnic area. And
yeah,
then
I remember seeing that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. We said,
Yep.
"Is that OB? Like he's been eating."
Yep. Yep. So yeah, I appreciate people sending me stuff today to include in the program. Thank you. All right, with that, I think we're going to shut her down. So be sure to come back next Thursday. We'll be here at 9 p.m. Eastern time, of course, because that's where all the cool people are. We're on the East Coast. Everyone on the program today was East Coast because Flying Rich is in Florida as well.
Yep,
so we had a healthy representation from Florida Man this evening. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we'll be back next week, and we have lots of cool stuff to be published, probably. Because what I've been doing, by the way, all this stuff that I record, the videos, the little product videos I was showing you, the setup, how I do this at the desk, I've been posting all those on the various different YouTube channels. That's something I meant to say earlier was, we have 6 different YouTube channels, and there's new stuff popping up all the time because as I'm filming these Amazon videos, that's why I'm not in that program yet, but I'm shooting videos anyway, because even if I can't post them there, they're going up on YouTube.
I probably should subscribe to the other YouTube channels, huh?
You son of a bitch. I mean, yes, please.
I'm subscribed to them all.
Reminds
even the swimming one.
Hey, you never know if you follow the Gear Report swimming channel. You never know what you're going to see on there. Because the video that I did, I told you the goggle company wants to send me the heads-up display goggles.
Yep.
Yep.
I think they want to do that because I did a production facility, like factory tour for another goggle company.
Yep.
And then when I did that video, I had the actually the interview with one of the owners, how the robot cuts the stuff for the goggles to make them custom fit. Plus, I had demos of me like in the water swimming in front of the camera. So you can see me in a Speedo if you really want to, if you subscribe to that channel. Damn, I know his safe word. Annie wants to see me in a Speedo. I think we're getting too close
Pineapple.
here. Come on. Pineapple. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
That's everybody's safe word. Pineapple. Get out of here.
I said pineapple, damn it. Yeah. All right. So anyhow, I put on the screen here. Oh crap! I forgot to tell about something else too. See, I went and told
Oh,
people, "Oh, we're
geez.
shut down," and
Oh,
we probably
geez.
lost some people. And now I got more stuff to talk about. I
What
put
did
a
you
link
talk
in the
about?
chat. I put a link in the chat for gearreport.com/links, LANKS.
Ooh.
That is the page you see here. And you know, a lot of people they use Linktree for Instagram or TikTok or whatever, where they don't link out directly. You can have a link in your bio. So they'll get a link tree. And I'm like, I have a domain. Why would I get a Linktree site? I can just put all the links I want on my own page and have a link to my page. And then I can go add things or take things off whenever I want. And I'm sending traffic to my site instead of to Linktree. I don't understand why more people don't do that. Like they have a website, but they use a Linktree. And I'm like, why? Just do a page on your site. Anyhow, you'll see here links to all of the different YouTube channels. I say you'll see. It's kind of tiny. We'll make it bigger. There we go.
Oh, there you go. I can see. I can almost see that.
Yeah. For all the people in audio, just trust me. There are links on the screen. So
I
we
can
got
see 'em.
YouTube Gear Report, Guitars Gear Report, Camping Gear Report Firearms, Humvee Gear Report, Swimming Gear Report. But what do you see up above that? Check it out. We've got all of those channels duplicated on Rumble. Rumble, I keep forgetting to talk about Rumble because
Yeah, dude. Rumble's the shiznit.
it's pulled off of YouTube. That's one of them that when everything goes up on YouTube overnight, Rumble has a batch process that goes and checks, and if there's anything new, it pulls it and displays it on the appropriate channel in
Nice.
Rumble. So you can go to if you're into Rumble, you can go find Swimming Gear Report and Humvee Gear Report Firearms, Camping Gear Report, Guitars Gear Report, and then the OG Gear Report. All of them, they're there. And
Nice.
there's a link to Odyssey and Twitch. Gunstreamer. Do you know we still have a Gunstreamer account?
Do we?
I think it's still being updated too.
Dang, I need to put some
Nice.
stuff on there. I have an account too. I should put some stuff on there. I totally forgot about them. Like, sorry guys.
I need to
My
put
bad.
some more links for podcasts. Like I have Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Pandora listed. I need to put links for there's some others, iHeartRadio, and I don't even know what else. Like I've
Stuff.
done a search for This Week at Gear Report podcast, like just a Google search, and stuff comes up. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I certainly don't remember.
Yeah.
You know, because I had to go in to each of these and submit the RSS feed so it would pick up the
Any
podcast.
publicity is good publicity.
Apparently, some of the other platforms have found our RSS feed and
We're that
are syndicating.
Take it as it is,
This
Jeff.
Week at
We're
Gear
that good.
Report.
They want us on their platform.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Eh?
So, but
Awesome.
we got all sorts of links on there, including different Amazon stores and just so many things. So many things.
I forgot to tell you. I got some glasses in from Tifosi Optics.
Oh, neat.
So I've got some blue light blockers. I've got some regular sunglasses, some polarized, and I've got some tactical ones. So I got K-Man testing out the blue light ones because he's on the screen like all the
night.
time.
Yeah.
Probably right now. But I sat in here the other day when I was working on some reviews, and I was like, man, these things, they definitely, I can feel the less eye strain. I was going to wear them tonight, but they're really, really, really blue color.
Yeah.
So maybe next week I'll wear them.
You don't want to. No, I'm not going to say that. That would be rude.
I know. Yeah, I know. It would be rude. Thank you for not saying it.
Yeah, whatever. It would have entertained me, which is why I almost did it anyway.
Listen, as long as it entertains you, you say what you want, Joe. It's your show.
It's your show. Do what you do, brother.
I'm just here for looks.
That's right.
I mean,
Pretty
That's a good
face.
point. Which reminds me, while I'm doing stuff tomorrow, maybe tomorrow will be the day that I get these X-Tech tactical third round. What is it? Third extension? The MTX?
Three round extender.
Yeah. I think that's what it says.
Trying to
Oh,
read it. He's trying to read it
3RD
backwards.
is not third. It's 3 round. Duh. I don't read good. So,
okay.
yeah, I have to tell people, like when they're like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a publisher and editor." And they're like, "No, really."
Really?
But,
Your crayons say different. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I have an OnlyFans page where I post pictures of my feet, and they're like, "Yeah, that's more believable."
I believe that.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's a plus 3 round extender for the P365
Ooh.
6-hour magazine. So maybe I'll put one or more of those on while I have the overhead camera set up out
There you
tomorrow.
go. Do it, Jeff.
Yep.
Because I need to see how to do that.
Yep.
For my 365 XL.
Yeah. Oh, is that yours? I get the impression you borrowed that from a
Keith's.
competitive sugar. Competitive shooter.
Competitive shooter. Have you been drinking? Jesus.
I should.
No, it was Keith's.
Got it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anything else before we shut her down?
No, man. It's been a good
All right.
day.
We're out of here. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next week. Until then, we'll see you at the range.